Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we are going to be diving right into a blue post that was just posted moments ago on the forums talking about the Seal of the Dawn was a trinket, but now it is just going to be a buff in the entire Sanctified system. Yet again, the devs are listening to us, and they are making some very key and what I deem necessary changes for the sake of the raid and player enjoyment of this raid, and they are quite awesome. But before we hop over there, I want to show you guys a quick little thing here on Season of Discovery, and that is the fact that we have 4 layers active right now, and it is 4:27 on a Monday, pretty much at the very end of a phase with nothing to do. So a lot of people always comment, oh, layers on the population videos. Well, here you go. Here's an example of layers showing up at the middle of, like, literally no time right now, and we have 4 layers. But without further ado, I'm going to switch it over to the blue post, and we're going to dive right into that. So here we go. So right here we have the blue post from Aggrend, and it says, greetings again. We wanted to take a moment and note an additional adjustment we've made to the Sanctified system since we posted the above update. The Seal of Dawn item adjustments. The Seal of Dawn trinket is no longer an equipable trinket. Instead, it is an item that has an on-use effect that you can keep in your inventory and use as desired. Using this item will give you a buff that will confer the benefits of your Seal of the Dawn. Example, giving you the power bonus based on the number of sanctified items you have equipped, and allows you to gather Scourge stones. The buff on your buff bar will have a numerical representation of what rank of Seal of Dawn you have active. The buff you get when using this item persists through death, so you should not need to re-enable the buff every time you die. Awesome. That is an amazing quality of life, because that was literally the first thing that popped into my head when I was reading this was, uh-oh, that's not going to go very well. Then when the ranks of the Seal of Dawn buff do not stack with each other, you should only ever need to hold on to the highest rank of Seal of Dawn item you have earned, and the older ones can be safely deleted from your inventory. So every single time you get one, it's just going to climb up. So once you have your 10, you can delete all the other ones, or you can sequentially delete them. Like as you get 2, delete 1, as you get 3, delete 2, etc., etc. Lastly, once you have obtained a new rank of your current Seal of Dawn, you can obtain the other variants for free. No need to level those up the same way. Yet again, phenomenal quality of life. So you can have the tank, healer, and DPS one just on you. Very nice for druids, shamans, paladins, the classes that can play all 3. Very nice, because some people literally switch entire roles during raids. So this is the picture right here of the Seal of the Dawn. It unlocks your potential while inside an extremis, increasing your threat. So that is it, and that's a 9 buff one right there. So that is really cool to see. We've seen quite a lot of feedback, and it felt like a bit of a bummer to lose a coveted trinket slot to this item. This power adjustment feels a lot better to be to still grant the benefit, but not take up a trinket slot. We may take additional iterative adjustments between now and when the raid launches, and we really appreciate the feedback we've gotten so far. Seal of the Dawn buff limits. So this is discussing how the buff is going to function. So additionally, after a lot of discussion, we're going to be introducing an adjustment that will cap the effectiveness of the Seal of Dawn buff depending on the number of wings that are empowered. So final values are to be determined, but if you have 0 quarters empowered, your Seal of the Dawn buff may only grant additional sanctified power up to rank 2. If you have 2 quarters empowered, your Seal of the Dawn may only grant additional sanctified power up to 4. So if you have all 4 quarters, I'd imagine you would get the full effect of the trinket. The main concerns we are hoping to address in this case is where a raid group takes a full 40 players that have all maximum Seal of the Dawn, and they do not empower any quarters to keep the raid at the lowest difficulty setting. In this scenario, a boss could die incredibly quick, in under 10 seconds in some cases, leading to an unsatisfying raiding experience and potentially even causing bugs in the encounter if scripted actions are bypassed or break. This level of power could also enable very small groups of 5 players or less to take on bosses by themselves, which is not intended behavior. I do think that one would be fun to see, because it'd actually be like kind of like a challenge mode and hard. But I definitely understand the 41. But 5 players doing it, that'd be kind of cool. I always found it awesome to watch like 3 people do a Nixia with like a hunter, a healer, and a tank back in Classic. So awesome stuff there. Ultimately, the intent of this system is to allow you to progress your power upward and enable you to take on increasingly difficult and rewarding challenges that come as you empower more quarters of Naxxramas as the weeks go by. After some time has passed, you will gain the power needed to be able to take on a fully empowered Sapphiron and Kel'Thuzad with additional mechanics. So they're actually intending on you to progress through this raid. Like, you shouldn't be able to go in there week 1, week 2, and kill KT and Saf, which would be really interesting because they said there could be a little hints of a giant, frozen core boss is the meme that people were throwing out there, but I really hope it could be Lich King, but they said something additional happens when you beat Saf and KT on the hardest difficulty, so something to look forward to, something that'll be really awesome to do. Progressing your Seal of the Dawn should make you feel much more powerful in the content you are already comfortably clearing, but we are simply putting a limit on how much extra power can be utilized in lesser difficulties from the Seal of the Dawn buff itself. This week's PTR, we hope to have these adjustments testable when Naxxramas goes live again on PTR later this week. We also plan to add tier 3 sets to the vendors so you can test the new set bonuses as well. We'll provide a post in the Season of Discovery PTR forums with the full update notes around the time that Naxxramas unlocks on PTR. Thank you. So we have 2 people here already, the people's voices. So not only is the Seal of Dawn gated behind a weekly number of currency farming and a number of sanctified gear being equipped, it is now additionally nerfed/gated behind actually turning on the hard modes. How many limitations are you going to put on the absolutely insane Battle Pass system that literally no one wants before realizing it is entirely a mistake and not worth the trouble? You have torn it down so many times, nerfed it, gated, and removed functionality. Did it ever cross any of the devs' mind that maybe it's a bad system to inject into solid classes and maybe you should start over? So obviously a very negative opinion here, somebody very against it. I don't think that, I think this is really extreme, really negative, and I disagree with most of it. I understand, it makes sense why it's being gated, and it's to enable people progressing through a different form of Naxxramas, and we're just going to have to see how it plays out before we can say something that, this harsh and this, I guess, mean towards it. Yeah, he's frustrated and angry about it, but these steps seem logical in the sense that they want to make hard fights and things that we're supposed to progress on, and we're supposed to struggle on Sapphiron and KT to unlock a final boss and not just walk in there and roll it over like we've done every single fight thus far. But we'll have to see what that actually shapes into and takes hold. And please make Hunter tier 3 bonuses not trash. Thank you. So that's a good criticism right there. Just make them better. But this looks really cool. I like these changes. I think it is definitely in tune to hearing our complaints, hearing what we have said, and it's adjusting problems that could happen before they even happen. So really love to see that, and hopefully we can come to a system that is enjoyable to do. Like I said, I like it because I have to go out there and actually play the game. And I think that'll be fun because I haven't had to go out there and play the game since Phase 4. I don't want to just sit there and raid log every single day. I want to actually get out there and truly enjoy playing the game for a bit. And I don't think that this Scourge system is as bad as people think. It doesn't remind me of Artifact Power and Legion of World of Warcraft, which was the last expansion that I truly got into the Bowered Power system and actually grinded it. And nothing here screams at me like it is going to be a chore. You can literally pre-farm, post-farm. You can go out there tomorrow or maybe on the 6th, I'd imagine tomorrow, hopefully, and we can go out there and farm our trinket. We could farm it all the way up to rank 10. You could sit there and farm it all in a week and then be done, and you'll just have to go turn in the quest. It's not going to be that bad, and the fact we're able to just hit that farm, it's almost an attunement, to be exact. But that's just my personal opinion and thoughts. I would love to hear what you guys have to say down below, but I really disagree with that dude's opinion. I think it was very negative, and he has we haven't experienced it yet, so until we do that and we have actual data to see what's up, which we should get in this coming week, we'll actually be able to make those conclusions and jump if they are correct. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, definitely jump right down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. But until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.